Christian's away, I'm out of things to do here, and sometimes being a military wife when I don't have a traditional job is kind of boring. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison if you're new here, and today I'm sharing another day, or another weekend I guess, or maybe even a week. I don't know, we'll figure it out as we go, but days in my life as a military wife. So I have lots of these videos on my channel. I'll have a playlist linked up here on one of these sides. If you subscribe to this channel, you will get tons more content of this. There's starting to be way more military wife vlogs than like my normal like home organization cleaning projects because we're moving out of this apartment. I'm not going to be doing a lot of organizational things in this apartment. I'm actually like done because I'm moving out of here in a week, which is absolutely crazy to think about. So we are moving to California if you don't know, and then I'm going to have a whole slew of unpacking, moving in, organization videos for the house, room transformations. I am so excited. Guys, we got the like official floor plan for which house we have. So there's like 2 or 3 options for the community that we're going to be moving into for like floor layouts, and they're all relatively the same. And we have our address, and I was like counting like the house numbers on Google Maps and trying to like match it up to the floor plans and like doing a bunch of stuff that was super wild. And I was like, Christian, I don't know which one we're going to have. And I was like, I don't know how to find it out. And he's like, can't you just email them? So I was like, yeah, duh. You're probably right. Why am I even like wasting my time doing this when I can just email our person and ask them? So I emailed her like a couple days ago, and she got back within an hour saying like, yeah, your floor plan is X, Y, and Z. And I'm like very excited because that floor plan has a like walk-in pantry. It has a bigger living space so we can have a kitchen table and like a couch, TV, coffee table situation. I am so excited. My Pinterest board is insane. If you follow my Pinterest, I also will share that down below. You guys will see all of the inspiration that I have for this house. I have accent walls that I want to do. Christian also wants to get into like making tables and like woodworking a little bit. So he's going to make us a dining room table. He's going to make side tables, potentially nightstands for our guest bedroom. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for this house and this new chapter of life, and I am ready to bring all of you guys along with us. But it's now about 1 p.m. on Saturday, and I have had the most glorious morning of doing nothing. I finished watching the last Harry Potter. I've been binging that this past week. I've just relaxed on my computer, browsed, done some online window shopping. I didn't buy anything. I came close to, but I stopped myself. But that's what's going on right now. I have a very nutritious lunch in the oven. I have like the Tyson chicken tender strips going in the oven. I am a toddler, I know, but when Christian's not here, I don't really cook that much, so you can't ask that much from me. So I'm gonna have some lunch, keep enjoying my lazy Saturday. Honestly, I don't really have plans to do anything crazy today, and I am loving that because I've been go. Well, see, I talked to you guys and start remembering things that I need to do. I need to start editing a video for Tuesday. It shouldn't be that big of a deal though, and it's probably gonna be good to give me something to do because I have just sat on that couch right there with my computer right there and done nothing all morning. Okay, nobody tell Christian that I have these and I eat them. I bought a 4-pack in a moment of weakness at the grocery store the other day. And they are so good. If you know what's been going on since Christian's been away, I've been tracking like the 75 hard fitness challenge up there, and like you get no cheat days, no rest days, like super hard, like mental challenge and blah, 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 blah. I rambled on about it for so long. Well, I already messed up once and I couldn't really help it. I was going to my sister-in-law and brother-in-law's house, and I brought chili with the intention of being like, oh guys, I'm on a diet, like I'm gonna eat this. And then my sister-in-law like legit pulled a pizza out of the oven and all of my willpower crumbled. So I probably had like 2 solid weeks of doing it really well and staying on track with it. And I definitely appreciated having something to focus on. And there's things that I'm still doing every day. Like I'm still reading 10 pages of a nonfiction book every morning at least. I'm still regularly going on a 45-minute walk in the morning. I'm still working out. I'm still eating better than I was before. A whole slew of things that were good things that came out of it, but I am not as strict about it. Okay, now that I've had my very nutritious lunch made of chicken tenders and mac and cheese, I want to show you guys what my Pinterest board looks like for the new house. So when I first started planning, I knew that I wanted to do an accent wall because I'm going to have another office and I want to make it a little bit fancier. I want to do something to one of the walls. So I played around with the idea of like painting a pattern, something like this, or maybe like a board and batten, DIY, renter friendly, or peel and stick wallpaper. Not quite sure what to do there. I'm also thinking I want to do an accent wall in the bedroom now also. So we will see if that happens, or on like our entryway, if we do like a little chair railing next to our staircase. I think that would be cute. We also have a little spot for an entry table that hopefully Christian can build. I actually haven't even asked him about that, but that's what this over here is for, inspiration for that. And now the current stuff is over here. So I'm trying to figure out, we're going to have like dark cabinets, not this nice, like it's going to be like a sticker basically on the cabinet that makes it dark, but it's going to be a dark wood and not like the orangey wood. So I'm trying to figure out if I can do a backsplash that's peel and stick and what I want to do to the counters, because the counters won't be awful, but they're not going to be white. They're going to be like a beige brown color. So I'm torn about if I do something like this, where they do like a countertop with contact paper in either like a just like plain shiny white, or if I go a little more basic and do like a marble coloring, but I'm just not sure. So that's what I'm thinking about that. I also definitely want to do a tile black backsplash. I was watching this video from Loving Life as Megan, and she was showing how she redid her kitchen. Here you can see she's just doing subway tiles, so I know I want to do something like that, but I was playing around trying to figure out what the dark cabinets with like a white on white would look like. Oh, I was going to show you the other little IKEA thing I did. So I will link down below. It's a really obscure link from IKEA. I think it's actually IKEA's Japanese website that I found this on, but you can put in the exact dimensions of your room and then plug in select IKEA furniture. They don't have everything that like the typical store has, but you can like piece things together. When I was trying to figure out which floor plan we had, I made 2 options for our living room because that's like the big space that I definitely want to buy like all new furniture for. Like I want new couches, coffee table, entertainment stand. I've got big dreams for this living room, but I wanted to figure out what kind of configurations we have to work with. So I like plugged in the dimensions of the space, and this is what I ended up coming up with. So I had to Frankenstein the couches a little bit. This is actually like a 3-person couch and then 3 armchairs like stacked together to make it work, because they didn't have a sectional option on the Japan website for building this. But my idea is to do a sectional like this, have a coffee table, an armchair with a what's it called? A lamp and a little table right here, and then a lamp back here, maybe a side table there, I'm not really sure. And then the reason I like this is because the kitchen is backed up along here, and with this floor plan that we now have, we have room for like a small kitchen table to go over here. And then this I want to actually be like an electric fireplace. You can actually buy like a fake fireplace with a mantle and a little mini heater inside of it like these, and I want to get one of these. I saw Allison Bickerstaff do that in her current apartment, and it's probably just the part of me that absolutely loves Christmas and loves the idea of hanging stockings over an actual fireplace, but I love the idea of this and then mounting the TV on the wall above it. My parents in Florida have a fake one in their living room because obviously houses in Florida aren't built with fireplaces, but they like the idea of like having like the cozy place to put your stockings to. And they're a little pricey. Like the one that I want is like $300, $400, $500. So we'll see if we actually go through with it. Christian thinks I'm absolutely crazy, but I think it would really, really be nice. And another great thing is that the fake ones come with a lot of storage. Like a lot of the times the mantles can like pop open to store different things in there. So it's a storage piece. It would eliminate having to use like an entertainment stand that has like a bigger profile in the room. And the room's a good size, but it's not like absolutely huge, especially if we're trying to fit another table in there. So this being like a smaller profile, like it'd probably be half the width of this. I just plugged in a random coffee table from their application just to like figure out what it would look like. But like half of that footprint being gone would put like more of a walkway between like this to the armchair. So I like that idea. We'll see if it pans out. Even if we're still just using the same furniture that we have in this apartment for a while, I'm still gonna love our home to pieces, and I'm not trying to like nitpick it already. I just know that we're gonna be here for 3 years in this next place, and I am just so excited about making it really homey, because there's so many things we skip doing in this apartment that I feel like your home just needs to have. Like curtains. We don't have curtains anywhere in this apartment. And I think it's little touches like that that's gonna make it just feel so nice.
Take my hand and hold it tight. Look at the paintings, I'll be your guide. Don't stop looking in my eyes. Are you cold? Do you want to sit down? I've been here a million times, so I know my way around. Don't stop looking at me now. I know
Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. So I've already had a beautiful morning routine. On my last vlog, I'll share it here if you want to see it. I went in detail about everything I do in my new morning routine, and it has been the best part of my day. Like a good solid morning routine, it sets the pace for the rest of my day. And this morning I had a great morning routine. So I got back from my walk and I showered and I got ready. And while I was in the shower, I was having some wild shower thoughts. You know how you like your best thinking in the shower or like right before you go to bed? I keep little pads of post-it notes everywhere. Like this is the one that's like by where I read in the morning. I keep one beside my bed. But I was having one of those moments in the shower this morning and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have anywhere to write this down. I need to just like keep repeating it to myself so I don't forget it. I have a candle order from Bath & Body Works. They had fall candles on sale like 2 weeks ago and I placed an order, and they haven't shipped yet and I'm moving very soon. So I need to call them and then actually be like, hey, what's happening? Can I have my candles? Because I really want these candles and they were a great sale price, but I'm moving. So I need to either, I don't want to have to fly with them, but I don't want to cancel my order. I'm so torn. I'm gonna call them and figure out what we can do.
Thank you for calling Bath & Body Works Customer Relations.
Thank you, too. Oh my gosh, that was a 30-minute phone call with the wait times and all that. I'm thankful they're working with me. They're letting me change the address. I don't think they were gonna let me just cancel the order, which is what I would have liked to do, to not have to deal with this, but I feel like I can probably manage to fly with 3 candles. So they canceled my order, refunded it, and then placed another order, honoring the sale price that's gonna be sent to my parents' house. Gotta learn your lesson the hard way sometimes about not placing orders when you're moving out of a place. It is now basically time for church. I'm gonna get a snack, get ready for some church, enjoy my morning. I hope your Sunday morning is going great whenever you are watching this video. For breakfast, I've been having this Kodiak cake oatmeal chocolate chip. And I found out that it has like protein powder in it, which I'm trying to avoid because I don't know if protein powder, if it's like contributing to my breakouts. So I'm trying to limit that, but I also paid like $4 for this box, so I want to eat it all. So that's in the microwave right now. So weird. But I'm also trying to eat up my chia seeds, so I put that. It really just reminds me of like the chocolate milk left behind if you had like Cocoa Puffs for breakfast, but it's not bad. Not my favorite. I think I like the Quaker Oats ones a lot better, but this is probably a lot better for me. So let's go have some breakfast and then get church going. Oh, also, before I go, I finished my puzzle last night and I really want to do another one. I have one that is like a Star Wars theme one and it's like twice the number of pieces of this, but I don't know if I should do it today. I need to get my video done. If I can get good progress on my video, then I can let myself tackle some of this or take this apart and start a new one. Okay, church just wrapped up. It's now 12:05. Before I get settled in and start editing for probably 3 to 4 hours, I want to give the apartment a good little pick-me-up. And what I think I'm going to try to do, since it's not that much, is I'm going to take one of the tips that I used in my 7 tips to keep a tidy home. It's a video I put out pretty recently and I will link it up here for you guys to check out if you want to see my best advice. One of my tips is to set a timer for 10 minutes and then that's like your like motivation, and when it stops, you get to stop cleaning. Most likely you'll probably be done with most of the tidying up anyway, so I'm gonna get my phone, start a 10-minute timer, and I will see you in 10 minutes.
It's a syndicate at night, blasting playpen in the daytime. Goosebumps rise at 9 and settle back down at sunrise. Cut the cord at noon and say you'll be back soon. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. It's some booze-fueled teenage ground, running from pub to club like bloodhounds, from 10 till 6 a.m. and no one knows how to stop them. Hold the drinks I won and help the one who's gone. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly.
house feels so nice. I feel so like nice and cozy, and like even though it's still 90 degrees outside and really technically summer, I'm a lot more joyful that it is fall right now. I think there's like some kind of magic in the air with like seasons changing and like the next thing coming, and like you can thank the previous season for what it was, like Marie Kondo it, hold it close, say thank you, and then let it go. And I feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm excited for like the next season coming, the house coming, this season of Christian and I not being together ending. There's just so much to look forward to, and I'm just so grateful and excited for where I am in life and how much Christian and I have gone through in this first year of marriage. And I'm really thankful for you guys for like coming along on this journey, because I know a lot of you guys might just be invested in what our house looks like or what actually happens for the military, but I feel like so many of you guys are actually invested in me and Christian and our relationship. And even though you don't see him a lot, you guys hear about him all the time because that's all I talk about most of the time. I'm gonna quit being sappy and sentimental. We got work to do.
I'm on the way down, catch the vibe and I feel low.
Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog of me sitting on my couch. I honestly got very distracted. I'm struggling with what to do right now because when Christian's here, obviously we hang out and like time goes by faster. And now that he's not here, there's really not a lot on my plate for me to be carrying besides YouTube. And I'm kind of a little burnt out on YouTube because I've just been like plowing through a ton of that work recently. So right now I'm like really struggling with like, what do I do with my time? I'm just bored. Like I don't want to work on any projects in this house because we're leaving. I can't pack up because the movers like don't want you to pack up. The home is clean. I'm up to date on work. Christian I've talked to too much today already. I'm just at a loss of what to do. So I think I might start another puzzle. That's weird. This is the vlog of me doing nothing, which is the opposite of what normally my videos are like. I did just do something that I'm not gonna say I probably shouldn't have done. I thought about it reasonably, waited a good amount of time, and then like thought it over. I made a purchase. I bought something that I don't really need, but I think might be really fun. But long, rambly story short, I had some Amazon gift cards. So this planner that I found is only $14, and I'm not counting on it being very good quality, but I really don't like diving into things that are expensive if I don't know if I'm actually going to use them. So I figured it would be kind of harmless to get this guy for $14, and then I also got something else. I also got these page flags from Amazon. I also placed an order from this company called Infinite Lotus, and they have really pretty planner inserts. And I know I just spent the first half of this vlog, or at least the first half of this day, explaining don't buy things right before you're moving, but don't worry guys, I'm having all of this sent to Florida, and I have a solid like 3 weeks to a month in Florida, so there's plenty of time for this to make it to Florida.
If I had a chance, I'd take it faster than a heartbeat. If I caught a glance, I'd run to you like nobody was watching. But it's so hard to get to you, 'cause when you see the sun, I see the moon, buckets of water, millions of clouds.
Okay, I've been puzzling for a hot minute. I finished the last of the Harry Potter movies, but I stopped to make a cup of tea. This is my absolute all-time #1 ride or die tea. It is actually partly sentimental and partly because it's delicious. But on Christian and I's like fake honeymoon road trip to move to Virginia right after we got married, we stayed at this hotel in Charleston and they had complimentary tea, and it was like bougie, like big fancy loose leaf tea. And this is the royal passion fruit flavor. And we stole so many bags of tea when we left the hotel. I think we actually even grabbed some off the maid's cart, but I'm gonna enjoy my cup of tea for the night. I do think this is gonna be the end of the vlog. I'm sorry this is not my most exciting video, but this is kind of the reality of my life right now. Christian's away, I'm out of things to do here, and sometimes being a military wife when I don't have a traditional job is kind of boring. That's just kind of how it is right now. I think I'm gonna miss the monotony of this weekend, this upcoming week when the movers are here and I'm driving to Charlotte, flying to Florida, all of these different things. Thank you for following along. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment. All of those things help my channel so much. So if you like watching these videos or look forward to them in any way, shape, or form, commenting and liking helps me continue doing this. Because if you guys aren't engaging on these videos, YouTube thinks like, oh, I guess people don't really watch these videos, we're not gonna suggest them to other people. My channel can't grow. And the only way I'm gonna be able to keep this channel going is if I have your support and YouTube support and can grow this into kind of like an income. Because if not, I need to not just have my hobby take 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week of my life and just get a real job. But I would love to continue to make these videos for you guys. So if you are really enjoying it and want to see more from us, please help me out. If you're going to be shopping on Amazon, check out my links down below. See what I'm linking in every video. Engage, like, comment, the whole spiel. I've been talking too long. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be seeing you guys next time.
Just to
Bye.
get where you are, oh, I wish it was wasn't so